Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today we are going to be covering my 5th graders homeschool curriculum for the year 2019-2020. If you're new, we have 4 kids, so I will be doing curriculum videos for 5th grade, 8th grade, 10th, and 11th grade. If you're looking for a curriculum list for a different grade than that, just head over to my blog. There'll be a link in the description box below, and then just type in whatever grade you want and curriculum, and you'll find our list from previous years. You can also type in, like, say, 6th grade lesson plans, and you'll find all of our lesson plans, which also list all the curriculum we're going to do. I will also link the 5th grade curriculum blog post below that has links to all the curriculum I'm mentioning in this video as well. So go ahead and take a look in the description box below for links for everything. Let's go ahead and get started. So every year we do an options program through our local school district. Well, most years, I shouldn't say every year. We are doing it again this year. That means that my kids go to a place once a week. They have different classes there. There's a variety of things they can choose from, mostly electives. Some are more core classes. I kind of view them as a supplement to whatever we do at home. So I'm going to list what she's doing at, what my 5th grader is doing at options this year. So she's going to be taking science, art, music, language arts, PE, and then basic crochet. And those are all, I don't consider any of those her full curriculum. So we will still be doing science and that kind of thing here. The only thing I don't repeat at home for her is going to be art, music, and crochet. I mean, we knit and do all kinds of fun crafts here anyways, but the science will just be a supplement to whatever science I'm doing, if that makes sense. So she only goes once a week, and she gets to go out and do those things, and then I get a day off to film videos for you guys. So that's what our options program is. If you would like any more information on that, feel free to email me or leave a comment below. If you're interested in options program, I highly suggest you contact your local school district and just see if they have any programs available for homeschoolers in your area. That's how we found ours. All right, let's get on to the curriculum that she'll be doing at home. All right, so we are going to be starting off with Bible this year, and she is doing the Word of Life Quiet Time Devotional for grades 5 and 6, and this is a daily devotional, one-year daily devotional, and it kind of looks like this. Each day is a little bit different, but she basically has a verse that she reads. She has some questions she goes through. There's some other ideas of how she can live it. For example, this one is in Genesis, and they're talking about treating other people kindly, how to stay out of, you know, gossiping or, you know, bullying, or just kind of walk away from situations like that. And then at the bottom, they have a little prayer section, and these are guided prayers for this age. I do have a full review on this curriculum, so I'm not going to do too much here. If you want, I will try and remember to link it below. If I forget, just do Word of Life devotion, like reviews or something, and I'm sure you'll find it. So anyways, yes, that is what she is going to be doing for Bible. I really like these. Like I said, they're nice, they're colorful, they really direct your student through their devotion each day, and I would say we spend about 15 or so minutes on this in the morning. It's not a lot, but it's definitely enough to kind of get them in the Word. Okay, the next thing that we're going to be doing for math this year is Matthew C. Epsilon, and it actually hasn't arrived yet in time for filming of this video, and so I apologize for that. I'll try and put like a little picture right here so you can see it, or if I get it in the mail, I will insert a clip here as well. Matthew C is something that we've been using for years. If you're unfamiliar with Matthew C, I do have a video review on it so you can kind of see what it looks like. Basically, since we do school 4 days a week and our options 1 day a week, she will do 4 days worth of math. So on Monday, we watch the video and she does worksheet A, and then the subsequent days she does worksheet B, C, and D. If she needs any extra help, then she can do, I think they have worksheets all the way through H. So if something's not going well or she needs extra review on that, we can always pull those out and she can use those. On Thursday, she will also do her test for that lesson. So if we're on week 1, she'll take week 1 test on Thursday and do week 1 worksheet D on Thursday. So she does 2 things on Thursdays, and then on Fridays she goes to her options program. So that's kind of how we do math. For English this year, she is going to be doing Fix-It Grammar. Again, we started using this program a couple years ago, and I really love it. This year, she's going to be doing book 3, and it's Frog Prince or Just Desserts. This is actually my teacher's manual. I think her book is somewhere in this pile of curriculum I have right here. I also have a review on these as well, so you can just search for IEW writing reviews, or Fix-It Grammar reviews, sorry, and you can get a little bit more details on these. We spend about 15 or so minutes on the grammar. It has daily sentences that she corrects, then she rewrites them in the proper format. It has vocabulary words as well, and then periodically through here they do take a little vocabulary test, and yeah, just overall very very happy with this curriculum. It's super easy, straightforward, and so far all of my kiddos love it as well. So for science this year, we are going to be doing Abeka Health and Science 5. I do have the curriculum teacher's manual here. She's got her textbook. This is the reading textbook that she will be going through. And we do go through this together. They have daily lessons for us. Along with that, I did get the quizzes and tests. They can be a little bit heavy, so I don't always use every single one. Or sometimes I'll let her do a quiz, like an open book quiz, because with this curriculum, they do tend to be really heavy on the quizzes every other day and tests are, you know, I mean, there's a lot. So if it just ends up being too much for your student and you're using this, feel free to either, like I said, do open book quizzes or just kind of, you know, skip a few here or there. I don't think it's a huge deal. I also did get the health and science teaching charts. I'm going to be honest, I've actually had these for years, you guys. I had these laminated and spiral bound so that we can, you know, use them. I do use them, but really they're more of a visual aid, and I think if you could probably look some of this information up on the internet and save yourself the money. Same thing with the health charts as well. So we do use these, but just not as much. I think if you're trying to save money, I would definitely get the textbook and your teacher's manual, the curriculum part, and then possibly the quizzes or tests. But that's what she is doing this year for science. So for history this year, we are going to be doing the Homeschool in the Woods units. I love these units. Here is one of them. This is ancient Greece. We're also going to be doing Egypt and also Rome if we can make it to Rome. I did schedule 3 per year, but sometimes we like to spend a little more time studying one thing, and so I'm totally fine if we only get through 2 of these this year. And how I prepare these, I do have a review for these and how to kind of set them all up on my blog as well. So you can definitely check that out. But it comes like this. It also comes in a download now, which is a lot handier. I know a lot of computers are coming without CD-ROMs anymore, but it has all the printables that you need. And then I just take a day, and really it does take some time to put all this together. This isn't all of it. I just wanted to give you a sample. But I go and print out, and then I just keep them kind of staggered like this so that I can just grab my next printout as it comes. And they do kind of show you pictures of what it should look like. So I've got things printed on different paper and, you know, colorful cardstock and things like that. And so I've got a whole pile of printouts ready to go. If you are going to use this curriculum, I highly suggest that you plan all your printables before you start your school year. I would not try to print stuff every day as you're going, because it is just way too overwhelming. So then once you have all this stuff printed out, all you have to do is just grab what you need for that day and you kind of can go. I did the same thing for the teacher's manual stuff. So is this the right one? Yep, ancient Greece. I have 2 in my lap here, guys. So here's the ancient Greece. I just printed the cover, and then what I print is their itinerary, and then I also print each, sorry, my printer was running out of ink, but each stop comes with a text that you read. So I print off this text, and then, so this is stop number 1, and then behind that text, I print off all the instructions for what we're supposed to do for that stop. We will most likely spend more than 1 day on each stop. You can kind of blaze through this if you want. I believe there's 25 lessons per unit. We like to kind of spread them out. So right now she's going to be doing history twice a week, and then I have a little bit of time to go through these activities, and these activities are these printables that I just showed you here. So we get to that stop, we do the reading, and then we kind of start going through these, and it's just all already in order in my little teacher's manual here. I just had it spiral bound for the whole year. Well, for the whole unit, I should say. And then I did this one, and then I have the ancient Egypt one done as well. And then that way, all I have to do is just flip to that day, see what we're doing, pull out her worksheets or activity sheets, and I'm ready to go. And then there are some listening examples on here as well, so I do keep this handy in the event that we have a little listening assignment or something like that, or if I just need to see how something was put together, or, you know, something like that. That's all in the teacher's manual printables that I just showed you, but just in case, I do keep this handy. So we are going to be going through, like I said, Egypt, Rome, and Greece, hopefully, if we get through all 3. I think we're probably only going to make it through 2, but I am prepared to go through 3, and then whatever we don't do this year, we'll just continue on with next year. All right, because she is still in 5th grade, I am doing reading comprehension with her, and I am using the Abeka Read and Comprehend skill sheets, and they have these all the way up till grade 6. These are 5-minute timed reading drills, super fast and easy. They really do a lot to help get your students ready for those standardized tests that they have to take. It also, I've noticed, helps reduce any anxiety about doing a timed test, and so we do these every Friday. She does one, and actually I think there's 40, there's more than, yeah, there's like over 40. This one has 42. So I just spread them out evenly. So every now and then she'll have to do 2 in one day. But like I said, they're super short. So it's not a huge deal. So in place of her regular reading for that day, she'll do one of these little 5-minute drills. And like I said, they're great for reducing test anxiety. She actually is in charge of her timer. So she just starts it and stops it. And I mean, I keep an eye on her. But I think that just really helps. And then when she goes to do her standardized test, she's used to this style of reading. I've done reviews on these before. So, but if you're unfamiliar, they're basically just this little passage that they read, and then on the back they have questions that they have to answer, and they have at the top, it tells them this one's 4.5 minutes, and they might all be 4.5 for this grade. Oh nope, and towards the back they get down to 3.5 minutes. And it just really gets them used to that style of reading a passage and then answering questions about that passage, especially to prepare them for test taking. So I do this every year up until grade 6 when they stop becoming available. Speaking of literature, for my 5th grader this year, we're going to be doing some of my literature units, and we also have a few other books that we picked off my 5th grade reading list that is available for free on my website as well. And it's just a selection of books that are appropriate for 5th grade readers, and I like to let my kids go through and pick which ones they want from that list. I'm fine with whatever they pick off of that list. It's kind of been pre-approved by me, and so that also helps them have a little control over what they're reading for the year, and they get excited about those books because they've helped you choose them. So for this year, she has chosen Last of the Mohicans. This is one of my lap book literature units, so you could get that on my website. She's also doing Anne of Green Gables, and if this is too easy for her, I might actually get the original version. I haven't decided yet, but this is one we had at home. She's also going to be reading Mary Poppins, A Wrinkle in Time, and James and the Giant Peach. So she chose all of these books herself. She's super excited about them. We do plan to get through all 5 of these books this year. If she goes a little bit faster, as far as reading goes with me, I usually assign them out 1 chapter per day. A lot of times because they like the books, they'll read even more. And so what I like to do with that is just, if we make it through all of these, I will just let her pick another one off of that list, and we'll just get through as many as we can. For these 3, I do not have literature units for them, and so what that means for me is I kind of stay on top of her and we just discuss every day what happened in her chapters and things like that. At the end, I might even have her do a little short book report on them. These ones have the comprehension questions with them, and so she can do the lap books with them. So I think that'll kind of mix it up. She'll be doing some lap books, some not. She's getting to the point where the lap books aren't as much fun for her. They're just kind of extra work, but she does love to read, and so I kind of like to balance it at this stage. You could do whatever your student kind of prefers as well. So that is what she is doing for literature. All right, let's move on to spelling. So this year she is going to be completing her Spelling UC Level E. This one was American Spirit themed. She doesn't have that much left on it. She has about this many pages left. So I do like her to finish these books because I really like the content in them, and I don't see any reason to waste worksheets. So as soon as she finishes through these, she will move on to Level F, and this one theme is Ancient Achievements. And yeah, we're really liking Spelling UC. I do have a review on this one as well, so you can just search my website or my blog for that. And see a little bit more of information in detail. We spend, I want to say, maybe like 15 or so minutes on spelling each day. It's basically copy work. They copy down the text, and then over here they're highlighting vowel teams and consonant chunks and whatever they tell them to that day. And so then there's one assignment towards the end here where they write it from dictation. And so that's kind of what a week looks like. These work perfectly with our 4-day work week. So we just do lesson 3, A, B, C, D, and then it moves on. They actually have a page E if you have a 5-day work week. So we usually skip that page and then they start back over again. So Spelling UC is what we'll be using for spelling this year. All right, moving on to writing. We are going to be using one of the theme-based IEW writing units. This one is all things fun and fascinating. This is my teacher supplement, and this is my student workbook. And I have a review on these. Hopefully it'll be up before this video. I literally just filmed it yesterday, so I'm not sure which order I'm going to put these up in, but if it's not available yet, it will be coming soon. This one includes 28 lessons. It has fascinating themes from science, history, and literature. Let's see, this is perfect. It says this is geared towards 3rd through 5th graders. If you have never done one of the student writing intensives from IEW, I highly suggest you do that before moving into the themed units. They do have themed units for grades 3 through 5, 6 through 8, and then 9 through 12, so you can kind of match the theme to your other curriculum, which I really like. And I just thought this one looked really fun for her, and it is consistent with their IEW writing structure and style and all of those. But like I said, if you haven't done this yet and you do have a 5th grader, you really might want to consider doing their student writing intensive. Probably, I think it's level A for grades 3 through 5. I would probably go through that before you start doing their themed writing units. It teaches you all the style, kind of how everything works. The information is in here, but I think it just is a much smoother transition for your student and for yourself if you go through those units first. But yeah, she's excited to do this year for writing. I do have this spread out a little bit because there are only 28 lessons. We have 34 weeks of school, and so I'm only doing writing a couple times a day, a couple times a week, and that just gives her a little bit more time to go through the lesson, prepare her outline, do her rough draft, do her final copy, and all of that. And so anyways, I think it'll work out really well for us this year. And then lastly, she has typing. I do not have a picture of it here, but I'll put a link below with all the rest of the curriculum. We are using typing.com. It's a free online program. There are several different ones out there, so feel free to search around. That's just one that we've used. We found that it works really well. And I just set a timer for her, and she does 10 minutes of typing a day. Usually that's enough to get through one of their lessons. And quite honestly, I think she's already gone through the whole thing last year. Because she was only in 4th grade, I'm gonna actually have her repeat it this year until I can see that she's typing fluently. The lessons are definitely repeatable, and I think it just helps, you know, solidify, you know, them using the proper fingers and whatnot, because little kids tend to like to, you know, do the 2-finger pecking. So she will be doing typing again this year. And then I did want to show, I did put together her little assignment binder, so everybody gets one of these. And basically I print out their assignments for the day. So it kind of just looks like this. It's got the whole week on one page here. And then as she goes down her little assignments, she just crosses them off as she goes. And then she knows she's done everything. I know that she's done everything. She turns work into me, and then I check it off on mine as well, just to make sure that she didn't maybe check something off but not actually do it. So all of my kiddos get one of these. This is for the entire school year. I do this when I do my lesson planning. I do have a video on how I do my lesson planning as well. I do have these available on my website. All you have to do is search for, say, 5th grade lesson plans or whatever grade you're interested in, and one will pop up. I do have lesson plans for grades all the way through grade 12, so you can check them out. They come in PDF and Word document format, so you could edit the Word format if you have Microsoft Word, and I think they're really helpful, especially if you're starting out new. So if you want one of these, you can go over and check them out for yourself. So I think that that is everything for my 5th grader this year. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the comment box below. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. That way I know to keep making them for you. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.